Good evening and salutations, my Jade fans. So, you know, in a sense, if I had to sit there and give this episode a theme, it will be regret, right? Alexis is regretting giving up Sam. Portia is regretting letting Lucas do the surgery. And Lucas is regretting doing the surgery on Sam. Now, Lucas is a mess. And Brad comes over there to sit there and try to comfort him and reminds him, hey, listen, there could have been 1,000 different ways that this could have fell apart. You know, you're a good surgeon, and Sam wanted you to do this. She trusted you. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, like he said, even if it wasn't his fault, his sister died. And that's a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's grieving out the way. And Portia Smith did tell Curtis that she is hoping that autopsy does not come back as a surgical error. Because not only would it be Lucas's fault, but she would feel responsible as well because she gave the go ahead. You know, yes, Curtis is like she was aware, Sam was aware of the risk, and she decided to do it anyway. But Portia's like, at the end of the day, I have the final say. You know, and maybe Sam was meant to rely on faith, emotions, whatever. But I have to sit there and be the logical one and make that final decision. So at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. Um, and like I said, Alexis is not there regretting giving Sam up. And of course, Sonny. The thing about the scene with Sonny and Alexis is that sometimes when somebody is that emotional about regrets, what they could have did different, we all know it comes from emotion. And Sonny's not there being logical. I'm not there saying it doesn't. It's not helping, but I don't know. Sometimes the best way to sit there and help somebody is to just simply listen and not always give advice. And I'm not saying that Sonny did anything wrong, but you can see him a couple of times being like, you can't sit there and regret this. You was a different person back then. And that all sounds nice, right? But like I said, I used to sit there and have an ex-girlfriend that sometimes just wanted me to listen and not necessarily always try to fix whatever problem that she was having. Just to sit there and listen and vent was more than enough. Um, she did sit there and ask how did he get through it. Because remember, Sonny didn't have to just go through it with Morgan. He had to sit there and go through it with his first child. Now maybe Morgan is hits a little harder for him because he watched Morgan grow up. But he had to sit there and do that more than once. With Lily, his first wife and unborn child. Um, Sasha Smith, they're trying to convince Sitwell to let her go and get the diamonds for him because she's just like, yo, listen, she don't give a damn about me. All the important parts that I needed in her, I needed with her when I lost my child, when I lost my husband, she wasn't there. She does not give a damn about me. But hey, listen, I know all her tricks. I can sit there and give you the diamonds back, but you gotta let me go. We all knew that was going to end up happening. But Sitwell wants to sit there and be entertained. That's what he does. He just wants to be entertained. When he had enough, he was like, yeah, that's not going to wind up happening. Um, Jason does wind up giving Holly the diamonds, but Jason wants to go there too. Jason wants to sit there and go there for backup. And after Anna and Robert is sitting there talking about Holly and, Anna just doesn't think that she's going to follow through. Carly goes to see Brennan and tells her about everything that wound up happening. And at this point, Brenda's like, yeah, you can go home now. Because I don't want you involved any more than you have to be. And since they're saying that he's dangerous, and we can either do this two ways. You can either go home, or I can sit there and put you on witness protection. And she decides to go home. But Jack is like, yeah, follow her. Because she's not the type of person who will sit there and just stand on the sidelines. She does want to go into the hospital, see Brad and Lucas hugging, and just starts going off on Brad. And I am somewhat torn. I get why Harley went at Brad because all the things that Brad did to her family and what did to Lucas, right? But Lucas is a grown ass man. Lucas could sit there and take care of himself. Lucas could sit there and fight his own battles. You know, even Lucas is like, all right, you can calm down. He was just there to sit there and comfort me. It wasn't, he was just being nice. So on one hand, I get it. Big sister wants to be protective. At the same time, it's like you can kind of chill out a little bit. He's going to be fine. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of stand down a little bit. Um, so eventually Robert and Robert and Holly and Jason get down there. And long story short, Jack is pretty much like, yeah, Anna, you can go home because you're just gonna want to slow me down. There's things that I can do that's gonna be fast tracking this whole trying to get Sasha back that you can't do. And I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to have deniability or whatever. So he convinces her, Jason, and Holly, and the only reason Jack was like, the only reason why Robert is staying is because he's Sasha's dad. So eventually they get her to stand down. I don't know how much standing down Anna's going to do because, it's Anna, so, who knows? And, Sitwell calls Holly. Holly tries to keep him on the phone long, so this way Jack can sit there and track the call. It's not really much of a review as opposed to a recap because I'm going to be completely honest. That was pretty much the extent of the episode. I felt like this episode was a filler for tomorrow's episode, which seemed like it's going to be a lot more involved. Yeah, there's not really much of this episode. You could have probably missed it. Got my review, got Brock's review, or just went to Google and kind of got the synopsis of the episode, and you would have been fine. I don't know. It was a okay episode, but it's definitely a skippable episode at the same time. So that's food for thought. Anyway, if I missed anything, write it in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll sit there and see you in the next video.